Saylor exits out the company stage left after that embarrassing decision to basically mortgage MicroStrategies. MicroStrategies pumped, though, immediately following that news of Michael Saylor stepping down. Hold on 1 second as I get the rest of my stuff. You guys just got a quick 5-minute to see what was going on in the market since you got here when I uploaded. I was expecting it to be in there because it was early. I was expecting nobody to be in there because it was early. It was just 8. It's on 50. It's 15 people. The right one. It's on the wrong episode. What's up with that? We're starting season 11 today, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He sure did once at Pumpkin. You sure did. You sure did, William, and unbelievably, and I know I don't think I have TikTok on my tablet, but that video is over 10,000 views now. Last I checked, it was at like 10,600 views. That's not a joke, and I uploaded it like 24 hours ago. So, with XRP, we've come back into this bear flag ascending triangle. We're trying to hold the support on the uptrending support here. And we have. On the 20-day we have. It seems like now that we've come back in here, like I talked earlier, this was either a jank W reversal, this bearish W, or a bullish W Gartley, or it was a trap. Well, it's ended up coming up here, and if it can hold this uptrend, we should come up here to 37.52. And all day we've had chances to break down. It just didn't break down. And now you could technically say we're making some kind of pattern that could come up in here and finish out this bear flag before another drop. But it sucks that it didn't break down all the way. But at the same time, we got to call things for what they are. There's no volume. That is actually a no volume pattern right here. This is bad. So, I want to get rid of actually everything here. We're getting rid of it all. on XRP on the USD. We still have the USDT, but we have to redraw this pattern, so it's a little easier to see in the USD. I'll do all the weird stuff in the USDT version. Tanya, welcome in, love. I'm surprised Bitcoin didn't pump with the BlackRock and Coinage. Yeah, I know. It's possible that it could be a delayed reaction, to be honest with you. It's possible we could have a delayed reaction on a pump. Yeah, Coinbase. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I don't know why I read it as Coinage, but I did read Coinbase partnered with BlackRock. All that crap. So Coinbase's native token started pumping. Drock, welcome in. I really appreciate you tuning in. Everybody who's still sticking out after all this time, I can't thank you enough. As you know, a lot of people come and go in crypto, especially when we're in down markets. And honestly, it's at an all-time low viewership on Twitch. Actually, it's a little bit higher today. Yesterday, we were at 1,300 people were watching crypto. Today, a whole 2,300 people on all of Twitch. When I first started on Twitch, there was like 10,000 people that would be watching crypto. But people are losing interest as all these regulations and things happen in the U.S. But we'll win them back. The ones who stick it out are going to end up doing so unbelievably good. And the ones who skipped out and thought that this was basically, you know, not worth it are going to be really pissed off. They're going to be really pissed off one day. Everybody who didn't pay enough attention to the ISO coins are really going to be pissed. It's going to be Bitcoin 2.0 with people who are like, oh my God, how did I not see it? Oh, you did, but you let a little bit of this market manipulation get in the way. A lot of people step out of the market right when the manipulation starts. That's when you got to be hunkered down. You got to pay attention. So everybody in here right now, you're one step ahead. This is absolutely the time to watch crypto. Not just that, this is the time to get on the good side with somebody who understands crypto like I do. Like I always tell my YouTube audience, if you're with me, you're with me. And if you're not, I know who the people aren't, so I won't go above and beyond. But the ones who are with me, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we understand what's going to happen before it happens. If this breaks up, you've got a technical target on XRP. And this is just, don't think that this is a guarantee, but this is a technical target on a bear flag breakout. You could come up to that target. That's just, it is what it is, and I'm not going to fucking sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. And if you don't like it, well, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some douchebag on Twitch right now or some asshole on YouTube typically talking to like 12,500 people. Other than that, I'm just like you. I just started this for historical data, and a bunch of you followed because I was accurate. And for that, I'm blessed. If we break down, it's 1991. That's the 4-hour time frame. Enough of the bullshit about the 30 minute. I'm so sick of talking about the 20-minute, 30-minute pattern. I want to know what's going to happen in the immediate short term, but I also want to know what's going to happen down the road. And down the road, we don't know what's going to happen. Anybody who says we're having a breakout or a breakdown is full of shit. We can't determine that until this pattern plays out in this bear flag. It's that simple. And I think a part of what I fucked up on when I'm doing my delivery sometimes is I try to appease everybody. Well, too bad. Too bad. You know, so if you don't like what the numbers say, well, figure it out. You know, it's going to do what it's going to do whether we want to, you know, whether we like it or not. So we've got to get with it or we can get ourselves out of the fucking crypto trading. We're going to be in some trouble. Whitey, welcome in. Hope everyone's doing great. It has to pump back up there in order to take the massive drop during. I agree, Valiant. That's why I keep saying we've got these targets to the top side, which I would love for us to break down, but it's just not fucking possible, I don't think. I don't think we can just break down in one motion. And we've got all this time before the next Fed rate hike that it's a perfect time. Wesley Snipes. Love the name. You paying your taxes these days? What's going to happen next week? In the next week, this bear flag is going to continue filling out likely in the next week. What I would anticipate, let me look at the 30-minute time frame. In the next week, this pattern, aside from a breakout, for the next week, it's boring. You're going to get up and down, but it's pretty boring. Because all the way until almost September, you could technically fill out this bear flag and not have to go anywhere and have the micromanaging of the market. This looks like a W reversal here. So to me, if you're looking at it from a 4-hour perspective, just looking at it from here, a lot of people will say it's a reversal pattern. I see a sneaky reversal starting, but a bearish one. That's a bearish Gartley. But does that not mean a bearish Gartley could potentially drag us higher and then eventually lead us back up to this area where we've wicked, come up here for a real rejection, even if we fill out this pattern and continue back down? That's what it seems like we're trying to do right now to me. Like I said, I'm a nobody. So if you don't like my information, well, you know, you're probably screwing yourself because it's the most accurate technical analysis, and I have the proof. Just go over to my YouTube or watch, or you'd have to go to my YouTube. And that's in the Twitch homepage. Click on the YouTube partnered link, and you can get all the proof you need. But this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Don't give a shit what everybody else says. I don't care what the FUDs say. This is what's going to happen. If we break down out of this descending triangle, the targeted move is 1991. That's in the 3-hour. That's also in the 4-hour. But this is from a more, you know, we're looking at it from a farther out time point. Or we can come down here. You can even be like, oh, well, Tom, what if we come way down there? That's fine. If we fill this out all the way to the end, the technical target's 2266. Awesome. If we fill it out all the way from the end here, target's 6247 instead of 62. And people are like, well, Tom, what the fuck? Well, tell us if it's going to go down or up. I can't lie to you. Until we break out from that downtrending resistance on this bear flag, there's no way for me to know. For me to say anything else, I'm just dicking you. And I don't like to dick people. I like to tell you exactly what I know. So it's hard, though, because a lot of people are giving bullshit. Oh, it's doing this, it's doing that, without it actually confirming a breakdown or breakup. A breakup on a confirmation out of here would lead you to either 6247 or 6614. It just depends on which part you had the breakout. And typically, if you're breaking up out of something like this, you're breaking out in this area. You're not filling out this whole thing. It usually is about the 3/4 point. That's why I'm nervous right now. Because a breakout, I don't want everybody to miss a big pump. Because technically, you're talking about almost a 1x here if it happens. You know, you're talking about a 65% pump. But on the downside, I don't want anybody to buy in before it's too early. You know, when it's too early, get rejected here and then them not paying attention. And let's just say it breaks down from right here because we're saying a breakdown on this side. You know, you're talking a 40% or 30% drop just from here in the immediate short term. That's not what we want. Wesley Snipes, thanks for the follow. Your follower number 480 on our journey to 500 followers here on Twitch. Unbelievable. I can't believe we're already up to that high anyhow. Whitey. Holy shit. What the hell is this? Whitey gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Total of 51. Holy shit. Padilla gets the gifted sub. BZ, Jerry Cares, Red RS, Real Deal, FC Top Gun, Stewie, Real Deal 0608, MaxPat2, D_1 King, EF3 _7887. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for that, Whitey. And everybody who got those gifted subs, congratulations. That means a lot to me, Whitey. You've been around since the beginning, and I can't thank you enough. You've been here since episode/class 1. Wesley Snipes, I much appreciate that. I much appreciate that. Being number 480. But you guys understand these targets? If not, I mean, I guess too bad. If you don't. But if you don't understand, please ask me. You know, ask me what the hell I'm talking about. Ask me what a bear flag is. Ask me what the actual pattern entails. Why I chose this part of the pattern and not the wider pattern. Because I can show you the XRP USDT where we get a little more confusing in this house. And a lot of people are not going to understand. Unless it deleted all of my... Oh, here we go. It did delete some of it. I'm not sure what's going on here. But this is the falling channel that we broke out of. And then, when we had this all out here, and we like to do this on the USDT as to not confuse everybody. And this is the BitGet. So, That's everything that's going on. And then if you break it into smaller time frames, I've got this micromanaged for every little section we get into. So you can break this out, take this out because it broke into here. Now look at what XRP is doing in the USDT. We're back testing a very important uptrend. That is why I like to have all of these on here. This is the short-term uptrend that started July 26th. So we have to break a short-term uptrend here. Then we got to get back in here and break this rising channel at 408. Well, guess what? When we go to the USD chart and we keep it simple, what's the simple area on the USD chart? Well, we got to wait for it to load because trading views being slow. Again, what is this? What does this say? Conformity 4080. In order to break the USDT from the rising channel or the falling channel, what did we have to break out of? That's why I think we might be going back up. To come back up in here, this could be a sneaky W reversal, bearish one possibly. But if we break back up in this area right here, that brings us to this exact same area right here. And that's putting the pattern in a completely different form. And then, if you want to say, well, we got a little bit of a push up, well, good. That's absolutely something we could do. But now you're starting to be like, okay, now we're starting to figure out this pattern. And then you come down here, and you cut it. Because now we're trying to see exactly how it can play out. So if you play it out in the future, take this one away so that it takes the confusing parts away. You could have something like that playing out. But you see all the points we have to get past? So in order to keep it simple, we take it away from the USDT chart. The USDT is the pain in the ass chart. That's the pain in the ass chart. And the other thing is the cool thing is you can see on the USDT chart as well because we have enough history. Look at this. This is where we finally cracked. Finally. What hasn't... It's technically... This is what's cool about this. Hold on. If I can line this up, it actually makes a great diagram. It's pretty damn close. So look what's happening. Just this... You know what? This is the confusing chart. Look how many things we're going to have. Let me go on to here and add that into the non-confusing chart so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But if we do the non-confusing chart, we can actually go back even farther because it's not. Ooh. That's why we like that other one. But you see how we can go way farther back if it's not on the BITGET tether. No, I don't want to confuse this one. We'll go back to the other one. I don't want to confuse this one. This one's nice and easy to read. Nice and easy on the bear flag. I apologize. I'm just trying to show you guys something. Gone. Fucking load. Holy schmagolies. Can we load? Okay. So the important part of this was, let me go back to here. If you come back here from March of this year, we have this downtrend. We have a decided downtrend here. And this has been going on for, let's see, almost 5 months now. So now you look at it, and for the first time, what's happening? We're being supported on that. So, forget this. Forget this. Forget this. Forget this. Gotta go. Can't confuse everybody. This is very important. Easy way for you guys to see. What's that? How? I don't know. So, you see this pattern that's playing out that we broke out of? This is, in fact, the big bear flag. And now look, we're getting support here. This is actually an opportunity to buy a pump before a pump. Assuming we don't break 35,856, game on. We've already got supported here. This could be a game on. Do you know Bideo? If yes, what do you think? Ooh. Dr. Tom, can you say again why you think Jasmine is such a sleeping giant? You got me crushing on the coin. Well, I mean, I've shown it before. I mean, I'm not 100% that it's going to be a sleeping giant, but I think it's one we have to keep our eye. There's just a few things about it, but I would have to go into like, I could show you on the chart, but hold on. Pizza breath, one sec. Latimer asked me if I know about BIDAO. Unless I'm being trolled. No, I am not. BIDAO, I don't know about it, but I can certainly draw. Just yes or no, is this the right one? I'll draw you a quick TA for you. Just never seen it, never heard of it, but I can draw you the TA nonetheless. I'll keep it on the tether side, so it's a smaller chart. I think the band that we've already seen is what we're going to get. You're going to find the exchanges that allow you. The one thing that sucks about Kraken is I can't do anything with XRP as far as buying it. Oh, no, it would. What do you mean? It absolutely would. This goes back all the way to small coins or not, we can still understand the technical analysis. So I'm not like most people that you've come across. If this is your first time in here, you've never experienced anything like I can do. I can guarantee that. And if you're new, join me on my YouTube channel that's on the Twitch homepage. And join the over 12,500 subscribers as we approach 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that's the downtrending resistance right there. That's what you have to pay attention to. That's a key resistance area. And then I want to do this two different ways since you're not going to be able to see me do this over and over. I think we could come from over here, though. See, and then you have the floating. That could be a wick. So that's where I always struggle. Do I show you just this, the farthest out possibility, or do we go with this one? Because that is technically not with the huge wick, but that's why I always like to go with this. So we're doing something like that. Now, the moment we break that, because this is where you can start to be like, all right, well, objectively, couldn't you say we're starting like an ascending triangle finally into this area? We're not technically coming down, and we're slightly increasing, and yes, you can absolutely say that. So that's what I'd be paying attention to. If you can continue this uptrend breakout and can get up here, you got a lot of room up here. I mean, there's a lot of room if it breaks up out of this. And it's already showing signs that this could be a reversal here. It's just if it doesn't, it's going to have another big drop. So this thing's gone through the shitter. But this is what happens. You know, it started out early. Everybody's excited. You can see what happened in the pattern. So you can always go back and look at the TA as well. Just to see. There's nothing wrong with going back in time. You can see the breakdown line right there. And then once it broke down and got a rejection point, it was over. And you can see, broke down, broke around, back tested it properly, broke down into this descending triangle that we've been stuck in ever since. It's too closely spelled to Biden or in my head. Right, Cito? Welcome in, Chris. Yeah, no, it seems more to me that it's going to have a breakdown, but that's it with that. Jasmine has also done a brutal job. But Jasmine's at a point where it's been filling out this ascending triangle very slowly, and if it could ever get on the right side of this, it needs to pump up to 0.24 at some point. It's either going to do it now or after a huge drop, but that is an area that it needs to come back and touch that resistance area. It needs to get that, it just needs to catch everybody over there. And we've clearly filled out this pattern, and we've confirmed, I don't know why that pulled down, but this is supposed to be a little bit higher. Whoops. You know what? Now that we can see, I don't have to, we can just put it like that where it's supposed to be. Alright. So that's what we're trying to fill out, that bear flag. So, what I would say, I love doing this too. On a breakout, because it's usually, well, we'll come down here, over here. But on a breakout, you come up to that area, 2-4. Anywhere around here. It could be a little bit higher. But on a breakdown, give or take, I mean, that's a substantial move to 0.0033. That's a 60% drop. So, if the bear flag plays out, and bear flags hint that they're a continuation to the downside, not always, but oftentimes. So, but I think Jasmine down the road has a lot of potential. But let's get back to XRP. Enough of that other shit. And if you want me to cover more, is that a fucking donation? You know, I cover a lot. I do a lot. So today we just happened to get on early and we're rolling. We're already 32 minutes into this. So expect me to get on before 8 from now on. 7:30, 7:45. I'm getting sick of just coming on at 8. I think I'm going to come on a half hour before the flip of the clock. Hey, no problem, Pizza Breath. But like we have this short-term pattern, but there's your uptrend. This is your uptrend from all the way down here on USDT from March 20th of or March 30th, March of 2020. It's a 2.5-year uptrend almost. So that's what we're watching, but there's so much stuff that is so dangerous. I mean, look at USD. Look at this in USDT, what happened in the weekly. In 2017. Look at that weekly candle. I mean, you want to talk about some scary shit? Imagine holding this, and this is in US dollars on Binance, which is funny. But I mean, look at that. Seriously, like, if you go back to 2017, that's a period that has always been like, you know, if that ever happens again with all the long holders that we have all this talk, we have a huge fucking problem. I love how I can go to the daily and I can go farther back, but I can't. It won't let me do it in the 4-hourly. Why are you limiting me? Why is it limiting me? What a bunch of bullshit. Anyhow. Well, you see this? You see this? I mean, yeah. How they sleep at night. I mean, look at that on Binance. Binance went to 0.0002 on that one wick. I mean, that's on the mat. Look at that. We'll talk about liquidating everybody. A 99 point... That has to be a glitch. Can somebody tell me? Because I don't think all the rest were like that. I think that's a Binance thing, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm definitely interested now. Let's see. Let's go to Kraken and see what they were doing back then. That is an unbelievable wick, though. Oh, I could totally see them postpone it. Yeah, see, this doesn't even go back far enough. I mean, that was an unbelievable liquidity pull down. But yeah, the Mt. Gox stuff, if that gets delayed, it would definitely change things a little bit, obviously. Alright, I gotta go check on my food. I gotta rotate my stuff. I'll be right back. We've got about 20-25 minutes left.